What's up, Jules? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a sewing tutorial and I'm very excited. So you guys have been asking me for about a year to recreate this jacket that I made a year ago. So I'm going to be showing you guys a tutorial. I'm going to be changing a couple of things up, but it's pretty much going to be the same. So you're going to need two pairs of jeans and you want the jeans to be slightly bigger than the size that you wear. You could probably get away with a pair of jeans that are your size, but the jackets that I make, I use something that's a couple sizes up from my actual jean size. And today I'm not gonna do a slim arm. I'm actually going to be using bell bottoms so that I have bell sleeves because I thought that would be really cute. But if you want your jacket to be like the one I made where it's slim, just use a pair of skinny jeans or a straight pair of jeans. Yeah, you guys, here's the long awaited tutorial and I hope you guys enjoy and let's get into it.
The first thing I'm going to do is remove the back pockets and the waistband from one pair of the jeans, and I'm going to be using a shirt that I like the fit of to trace my pattern, and I'm going to roughly estimate the arm length and cut off that excess from the bottom of the pants, and I'll do that to both legs so that I can make two sleeves later on. With the remaining part of the jeans, I went ahead and seam ripped the crotch seam so everything lays nice and flat. And I'm going to take one side of the pant leg and put the shirt that I'm using to copy on top of that. And I folded my shirt up a little bit so my jacket will turn out cropped. And I'm just going to go ahead and trace all along all of the sides, including the center front. Once I have traced my shirt, I'm going to go ahead and cut that pattern piece out, but I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch away from the line that I made to make room for seam allowance. Once I have one front piece cut out, I'll just place that right side together on the other half of the pant leg and I'll cut a second piece, so then I have two front pieces. Now to cut out the back piece of the jacket, I'm going to take that second pair of jeans and using one of the legs, I'm going to take my front pattern and I'm only going to place the bottom half of it along that pant leg, and I'm going to cut around the bottom half of that front piece, but I'm not going to cut out the top portion just yet. So once I cut that out and I take that piece away and I cut this other piece in half, I'm going to have two of these back pieces. Now for the top section of that back pattern piece, I'm going to take the other pant leg and fold it in half, and I'm going to place the part that we didn't cut yet along one of the edges of the jeans, and I'm going to trace around the shoulder seam and the arm seam. But when it comes to the back neckline, I'm going to go up about 3 fingers, which is like 1.5 inches from the front neckline, so that my back neckline is a little higher than the front. And once I have that all traced out, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out with my scissors. So once you cut that out and unfold it and you put all 3 of the pieces together, now you can see that it makes our back pattern piece. Moving on to the sleeves, I'm going to take one of the pant legs we cut earlier and place one of the front pattern pieces along that raw edge, and I'm just going to go ahead and trace around it with my chalk. Then I'm going to cut along that line that I just made and freehand that all the way down to the hem of the jeans, and once I finish that first sleeve, I'll copy that onto the other pant leg so that I have 2 sleeves. Now that the pattern is all cut out, we can get into the fun part, which is sewing. So for this back piece, I'm going to sew these 2 bottom pieces at the middle seam at a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and once that is sewn, I'm going to place the top piece on those pieces and sew that at a 1/2 inch as well, and they'll all come together to look something like this. I'm going to use a straight stitch to sew all the pieces together, and once they're sewn, I'm going to push the seam allowance towards one side, and I'm going to do 2 rows of top stitching just to give the jacket some nice decorative stitching. This is what the back piece of my jacket is looking like. I really love the decorative stitching on top. Now setting that aside to move on to the front pieces, I'm going to take the 2 back pockets that I removed earlier and I'm going to apply those pockets to the front of my jacket pieces. This is what those pockets look like sewn together. Now I'm going to take out my back piece again, and I'm going to lay the 2 front pieces right sides together along the shoulder seams, and I'm going to sew those at a 1/2 inch. Once that's sewn together, I will push the excess seam allowance to the back of my jacket, and I'll do a nice row of top stitching. Once I sewed my shoulder seams, I just folded the center front at a 1/2 inch and did 2 rows of top stitching, and I applied one of the sleeves, and I'll show you how I applied the second one. So laying my jacket out flat, I'm going to take one of my sleeves and I'm going to line up the center of my sleeve with the shoulder seam on my jacket. And from there, when I sew it, as you can see, because the seam is curved, you're going to have to turn the fabric as you are sewing to make everything line up. So I'm going to take my time when sewing that, and I'm going to use a straight stitch and a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and I'm going to zigzag over my raw edges, but if you have a serger, that would work well too. Once my sleeve is attached, I can go ahead and close up the side seam of the jacket. So I'll place everything right sides together and sew along that seam at a 1/2 inch using a straight stitch. And I'm also going to do a zigzag stitch along the raw edges. The jacket is coming along. I'm almost done. Now that both sleeves are attached, I'm going to attach the waistband, and I already pinned mine on off camera, but what I did is very simple. I opened up the bottom of that waistband and I just inserted the jacket into it and closed it up and pinned it together. So for the back of my jacket was bigger than the waistband. So I gathered up the fabric before I pinned it into the waistband, and it's going to create a nice cinched effect at the waist, and it's going to look really cute. And before I applied this, I marked the center of the waistband and lined it up with the center back of the jacket, so the waistband is evenly distributed along the bottom of the jacket. Once I sewed my waistband on, this is what it's looking like, and I'm so excited. The jacket is almost done. It's looking so cute, but we have to add the collar. So I took my tape measure and measured along the neckline, and I kept it an inch away from the center front, and that gave me 21 inches. So taking that neckline measurement I made, I cut 2 collar pieces, and the bottom half that I'm going to be sewing onto the jacket is 21.5 inches, leaving a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance on each side. And for the bottom line, I went out about a 1/2 of an inch on each side, and for the length, it's about 3.5 inches, leaving me with a 1/2 of an inch seam allowance on the top and the bottom. Before I sew my pieces together, I'm going to flip one side over at a 1/2 of an inch, and I'm going to sew along those 3 edges, so the side and the long half, and then I'm going to iron that down. And once everything's sewed together, I'm going to trim off some of the excess seam allowance from one side and clip the corners, and once I flip it right side out, this is what it looks like. So marking the center back of my jacket and the center of my collar, I'm going to line those two up, and I'm going to sew along the edge that we didn't fold, and I'm going to sew that at a 1/2 of an inch seam allowance. And once I flip that over, the folded edge is going to encase that seam allowance very nicely, and we'll do a top stitch along that line. And for the corners, because we cut it an inch away from the edge, you're going to snip down to that seam line so that you can encase that in. And this is kind of what it's going to look like. And with that excess, you can fold that down and sew it as well. I know that last part was kind of fast, but once I get that all sewn down, I'm going to give it a nice good press. And then that is pretty much it for what I did to make this jacket.
Okay, y'all, this is the finished jacket. You guys, this is just so freaking cute. I love it so much. I went for a denim on denim look. It is so freaking cute. Like, it gives a little peekaboo moment. I just love this jacket and this whole outfit. It's stunning. Yeah, I really love the fact that I was able to use the pant legs as sleeves to keep that nice stitching detail. It looks so beautiful. So yeah, that is how I turn a pair of jeans into this super cute jacket. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As always, if you have any questions, comment them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I can't wait to make more in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.